Tzu Chi volunteers visit flooded regions of Eastern Malaysia to assist Thai nationals recover from the disaster. Celebrating the upcoming Lunar New Year with their care recipients, Johor Bahru Tzu Chi volunteers host a banquet. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shota. Thank you for joining us. A previous bout of heavy rain flooded the eastern coastline of Malaysia. To help the affected residents, Tzu Chi volunteers visited Kelantan and Terengganu to give aid relief and emergency funds. Among the recipients were a village filled with Thai nationals who were all happy to have received help from Tzu Chi. Knowing how a previous heavy rainstorm has left areas of Kelantan inundated with floodwaters, Tzu Chi volunteers are ready to help. This is Kubang Benban, where Thai Malaysians get by on raising cattle and government subsidies.
I have 2 kids. We raise cows for a living and help farm sometimes. We don't have a stable income. It depends on how much they pay us.
Tzu Chi is the first non-governmental organization to enter the village to hold an aid distribution. Items given to the recipients include rice, cooking oil, toothpaste, toothbrush, and other sundries. In total, 117 families were helped. A 90-year-old resident with mobility issues insisted on joining the distribution because she wanted to see for herself who has come to help. Meanwhile, in Terengganu, floodwaters have yet to recede. Seeing a need for assistance, Tzu Chi quickly gives the affected residents some relief funds and aid items.
For example, if their homes need to be fixed or cleaned, they can use their money. In giving them a little assistance, we have felt how fortunate we really are in life.
We are one Malaysia. We can receive help from people, but we can also help those who are of a different religion or race from us.
With One Malaysia being a government campaign calling for ethnic harmony and national unity, Tzu Chi's disaster relief mission helps to actualize such a campaign. On January 11th, people and restaurants all over Taiwan participated in the 111 Ethical Eating Day. In our next report, we'll visit some restaurants in Taipei which alter their menu for the day and talk to some local residents about their thoughts on eating vegetarian food.
那这个是响应我们今天的抒情日活动呢，把我们原本的时数做一点调整。
For the 111 Ethical Eating Day, this cafe and its employees are adjusting their menu.
We invited a blue ribbon chef to come and help us today with this variety of dishes, so I think that a lot of people will really like the flavors. We generally have these dishes available, and the reaction from customers is pretty good.
This Japanese restaurant is enthusiastically participating. On the 111 Ethical Eating Day, they are only offering vegetarian dishes. The cook prepares each dish carefully to preserve the Japanese flavor. These rice balls include a variety of fresh vegetable ingredients, prepared with great attention to detail.
Some ingredients in the soup are replaced with seaweed, so the soup still maintains the fresh flavor and ingredients.
Of course, there are reasons for basic health. Whether it's just me and the kids or my entire family, I'm trying to eat vegetarian meals a bit more.
I invited a few of my classmates and asked if they'd accompany me to eat vegetarian today, and they all agreed, so everyone is here to eat vegetarian together.
With just a change in what we eat, we can take better care of our health and also help protect the planet. The turnout here at lunchtime is a great indication that the teaching is having an impact.
What people eat affects everything else. This mentality of eating vegetarian is good. I think even for the restaurants, this encourages creativity in our thinking. I'm very happy with this.
We have been here at DaAi for about 7 years now, so everyone knows us and we may only have a little impact. But we want to do our part to spread the message to others. Today's event is a great opportunity, and we hope to hold this kind of event regularly in the future.
With every person that eats a vegetarian meal, they may influence a household. And with households and communities on board, we can change society in order to combat the rise in global temperatures.
Also participating in Ethical Eating Day are students from Jiaming Elementary and Mingyi Primary, both located in Hualien. These 2 schools are both beneficiaries of Tzu Chi's Disaster Risk Reduction Project, which is in their final stage of completion.
我是王亚宇，今天我们吃
The girl appeals to others to eat vegetarian meals. This fourth grade class in Mi Primary School in Hualien has a special lunch today.
When we eat vegetarian meals, fewer animals will be killed.
Eating vegetarian food is good for our health. Animals have been injected with antibiotics and our earth is sick.
The class voted to eat vegetarian meals half a year ago. Their teacher also had a talk with a nutritionist and felt that lunch would not include any processed food, so the students could have a balanced diet.
They don't like eating meat. When they see some kitchen waste, they feel kind of sad. We had a discussion in class, and the kids said they'd eat vegetarian meals.
The whole school takes time in the morning to sign up to take part in the Ethical Eating Day.
Through this, we can learn what we can really do to save the earth.
Jiaming Elementary School is another school being rebuilt under Tzu Chi's disaster reduction project. 63 students and teachers watch a video to understand the disasters the earth is experiencing.
冰，那为什么冰块会融化？就是太热了。
1月11号的时候，刚好就是这个礼拜3，一整天可以吃素，好不好？可以跟我们一起响应吗？跟我讲，我已经做到了。
We hope more people will sign up for the Ethical Eating Day and more people will accept the spirit of this day so that they can become vegetarians.
Next, we'll meet a young girl from Vietnam who came to Taiwan to receive medical treatment for her physical deformities at China Medical University. A Luan is 12 years old and had suffered for many years with an overgrown leg and other physical issues. A Taiwanese business, Hongfu Industries, was the sponsor of the operation. Let's see how the operation went.
This is 12-year-old A Luan, who suffers from 4 different physical deformities. The most obvious one is her left leg, which is overgrown and accounts for 60% of her body mass.
Medicine in Vietnam is a little behind, and they can't treat her problems there. If we stayed in Vietnam, she would never be able to receive treatment.
When A Luan came to Taiwan, she was immobile in a wheelchair, and her leg often expelled fluid from the enlarged lymph, which created an awful smell. Now, however, she is on her feet, happily awaiting a return to Vietnam for the Lunar New Year. However, her surgery and treatment was not an easy process. She suffered a pulmonary embolism during the operation and was only saved thanks to the use of ECMO.
Her blood flow to the heart was completely blocked, so in cases like this, we called for emergency rescue. If there is not enough blood flow, then emergency operations like this can be very difficult.
The total medical expenses for the operation and the trip, over $12,000, were all provided by the Taiwanese Hongfu Industrial Group in Vietnam.
I think it is important that people and companies in Vietnam can rely on Taiwanese companies and that they can work together with the government like this.
With this kind of resource through Taiwanese industry, we are actually improving our operation exchange by furthering international cooperation for medical treatment.
In addition to sponsoring the operation, the Hongfu Industrial Group has also prepared a special pair of shoes, custom made for A Luan's differently sized feet, as she embarks on the next leg of her life journey.
According to the National Health Insurance Bureau, in 2016, oral cancer was the 4th leading cause of cancer death in men. Annually, some 5,400 new oral cancer cases occur each year. Many people believe that as long as they quit betel nut and smoking for many years, they can be free from the dangers of oral cancer. But actually, this risk can remain for 10 to 20 years.
This lesion in the mouth turns out to be oral cancer. Lao Shuizhen never thought that after passing a serious scare with colorectal cancer, oral cancer would now turn up.
When I felt the pain, I went to buy medicine to treat it. It was quite convenient and the pain would go away. But it would never heal, and I've dealt with it for about a year and a half.
Oral cancer is an oral mucosal lesion. The areca nut contains arecoline and coarse fibers which can cause oral submucous fibrosis leading to oral cancer. Mr. Liao immediately had surgery to prevent the transfer of cancer cells to the bone. He was thankful that along the way the medical team never gave up on him.
Dr. He said, it's not that simple. but your health is good, and for the surgery, you need to stay in the hospital for 19 days and get follow-up treatment. His kindness gave me peace of mind about a successful recovery.
Years ago, Mr. Liao gave up smoking and chewing betel nut. He thought that he would be safe from oral cancer risk, but in fact, the time when oral lesions can occur can stretch as long as 1 or 2 decades. Oral cancer can be easily ignored, though a visual inspection can find precancerous lesions. Doctors recommend people over the age of 30 who smoke and chew betel nut to go to the hospital to get a free oral cancer check every 2 years.
Besides the team of medical professionals at the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital, another main point of the hospital is the team of volunteers that help comfort and provide spiritual support to the patients and even the hospital staff. Since the establishment of the hospital 10 years ago, the volunteers' love has yet to cease. Let's take a look at a few of these volunteers and the impact they have left on the patients. Mrs. Lee has breast cancer that spread to her bones. She has been in and out of the hospital for treatment.
When I'm alone, my thoughts get carried away. I'm worried about my final days.
The fear in her heart is not easy to get over.
Listening and comforting them is just the basics. If one day it was me, would I be this brave?
With an empathetic heart, Tzu Chi volunteers provide comforting words or hugs that can become the strength and support a cancer patient needs.
When she wasn't doing well, she lost 7 kilograms, but now she's gained weight, so I say it's good.
On screen, Chen Huiqing has a big smile on her face. She passed away in December of 2015. Chen was diagnosed with colorectal cancer when she checked into the Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital. In the beginning, she was afraid of her future, but after the heartwarming response to the Tzu Chi volunteers' care, she later joined them in becoming a hospital volunteer.
If you want this world to be beautiful and filled with compassion, we welcome you to join us to spread love.
When she was most frail, friends, family, and hospital staff hosted a special gratitude concert in her honor. Despite her illness, Chen still insisted on attending the concert in her most elegant clothing. Though she has trouble speaking, Chen doesn't forget to give the audience a smile and gratitude.
She's really a phoenix that has risen from the ashes. When she was sick, she still became a volunteer. Even in her last moments on earth, she was still a volunteer.
Shining their torch on someone else and lighting up others' life, there are many more of these heartwarming stories of volunteers giving selflessly.
We invite everyone to join us. I send you blessings, you send me blessings. The Master says we should bless each other. This way, everyone is blessed.
For the past 10 years, the Gratitude Tea Gathering has been hosted on Friday, with Sister Jingqi shouldering the responsibility of hosting. She has even gone as far as purchase tea snacks out of her own pockets.
The patients and their family members are really like our own relatives.
Seeing everyone smile, of course, it makes me happy.
Volunteers with musical talents regularly hold concerts in the lobby. Of course, there is always someone ready with a hot drink. There are also ginger lilies planted on hospital grounds, which volunteers use to make the halls more fragrant. For the past 10 years, volunteer Zhu Yide and Lin Yuyun have been taking care of the hospital like their second home.
It's in your hands now. Take good care of the hospital. The Master's words deeply influenced me. It made me feel I need to spend more time here safeguarding it.
We were in it from the beginning. We take care of the hospital nurses, doctors, and even the administrative staff. There's no delay. We just continue on. It's really moving and heartwarming. Are you able to retire? No, I keep going.
Heading back to Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers recently invited Chinese care recipients and local residents to attend a year-end event celebrating the upcoming Lunar New Year. A vegetarian banquet was held at the Johor Bahru Tzu Chi, where Tzu Chi brothers were the cooks in the kitchen. In addition, volunteers also showed filial piety by helping older care recipients wash their feet and also by serving them tea.
Chinese care recipients and residents in the community are here to have a vegetarian banquet, but dishes are a little different than previous years.
Sisters are not allowed to enter the kitchen today because there are only brothers cooking in the kitchen. Does the food taste good?
The Johor Bahru Tzu Chi Hall hosts a year-end vegetarian banquet. Tzu Chi brothers are the main force in the kitchen.
The dishes should be generally acceptable and economical, so we try to use the cheapest food ingredients to cook the best meals for everyone.
Tzu Chi volunteers give each care recipient an enthusiastic welcome. Pak Yoka Lan gets choked up when she expresses her gratitude for the Tzu Chi family.
I don't have any sisters or brothers. I don't have parents either. If Tzu Chi were not here to help me, I would not be alive today.
Students from Pandan Chinese Elementary School also joined to volunteer at the event. Volunteer Qin Ximin brings a care recipient to attend the celebration, where she shows filial piety by washing her feet.
I feel very happy because she loves me so much, and she also has a very kind heart.
I helped her wash her feet with gratitude, although she is not my mother-in-law.
Here at the Tzu Chi Kulai retreat, a young boy is performing magic tricks for everyone.
I have a better mood now. If I see people feel happy, I may feel happy as well.
Lei Lingya is attending this event for the first time. He never thought that he would receive such a heavy gift.
I thank you for giving me such a big gift. I am grateful since you not only provide food for us, but you also give us these items to bring home.
No matter where everyone is, it is a tradition that Chinese people reunite to celebrate and welcome the Lunar New Year.
Tzu Chi Hong Kong chapter held a year-end ceremony at the Kowloon Bay International Trade and Exhibition Center. The volunteers started rehearsing their performance 3 months ahead, with volunteers from many sectors taking time out of their busy schedule to do so. In response to their hard work, over 2,000 people attended the event.
To perform the sutra adaptation of the 12 vows of Medicine Buddha, volunteers go to Kowloon Jinsu Hall every day since September to rehearse. 6-year-old Tsukida Yuki is the youngest on-stage volunteer. Although he must get up early for practice, he never complains.
He gets up at 6 every morning, and when he gets home after practice, it's already very late, and I had wanted to give up. But he is very strong-minded about it and wants to continue. I guess it's because he's recognized or praised for his actions, so he doesn't give up.
The year-end ceremony is officially begun. People from medical, police, or nursing background also came to take part in the drum and bell team.
When you work with someone else, there's two realms to reach. One is being precise, and it's important to be attentive. If you don't focus, then you can't hit it at the same time. It's important to know this isn't a personal performance, but a group performance.
While they are practicing, they realize one person's power may be small, but when many people gather together, they will become very powerful, and they can complete the task.
Tzu Chi volunteer Wu Jingyi is from Fengyuan, Taichung. She started doing recycling at home because the master asked everyone to protect the earth. Reaching out to the community, she went to Fengyuan First Market to collect plastic bags from stores for recycling. Now many of the store owners are touched by her relentless dedication.
Tzu Chi volunteer Wu Jingyi goes from store to store in the Fengyuan First Market to collect plastic bags. She has been doing it for 3 years. She said in the beginning, she saw many stores throw away plastic bags after using them. It was not good for the earth, so she started collecting plastic bags from each store.
She nods to every store owner before collecting them, but I wouldn't dare to. But I can collect mine and have them ready for her. Isn't this meaningful?
When I go out, I know the recycling is there, so I will do it. I feel like I've become addicted to collecting them. Whenever I pass by people's stores and see them, I just want to collect them.
Wu Jingyi's good deeds have touched store owners in the market, so she now collects more and more plastic bags. It has become too much for her home. Neighbors will come to her home to help her sort them. They do it while chit-chatting. It makes them very happy.
Every 3 seconds, a person will suffer from dementia. When your hands and your brain are working, you won't have dementia.
Her husband bought a van to help her deliver plastic bags. Now the couple work together to keep the earth clean.
In Pingtung, Taiwan, a girl named Yang Huiling suffers from osteogenesis imperfecta, which affects her bone development. In order to play the piano, she has had to endure the pain of stretching her hands to reach all 8 notes with one hand. Despite her physical challenges, she was accepted into a university's master's degree program in music. Pursuing a master's degree in music, Yang Huiling appears confident and at ease at the piano. However, her hands and feet are much shorter than normal, meaning she needs some special tools to help her achieve her goal. With her hands smaller than normal, Yang's path to piano has been tougher than other people.
I couldn't reach all 8 notes before, but in playing the piano, you have to reach all 8 with one hand. When I was younger, I always cried during practice because I had to stretch out my fingers.
Practicing diligently since youth, Yang never gave up on the piano. 4 years ago, she got into the music program at National Pingtung University, but she had to work harder than her peers in order to meet the demands of the class. Through it all, she has kept an optimistic outlook.
Being little has its perks. I can make my way through to the front of a crowd.
Yang is even a volunteer counselor, using her smile to encourage others.
With her positive spirit, she has given people a lot of warmth and inspiration.
Not bowing down to her disability, Yang vows to become a famed musician, using her talents to bring beautiful music to uplift people's spirit. How hard is it to eat more vegetables? For the students at the Malacca DaAi Kindergarten, it's not hard at all. Not only do they adopt a vegetarian diet while at school, the students also encourage this habit at home to the rest of their family. At the end of the program, we hope you try eating more vegetables in your daily life. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next time.